All right, so for reference, I have jump set to L1 and attack on R1, though I'll occasionally use this button sometimes. But anyway, so we're going to be looking at some basic like movement tech, just so you can move extra snazzy like and stuff. So first, we're going to cover short hop. So generally, when you jump, you do this full sort of hop like this. But if you jump, if you hit your jump button within 3 frames and release it, then you'll do what's known as a short hop. I like to have jump on L1, left shoulder button, or L on Nintendo Switch, precisely because of this, because I can just like flick my finger and it'll do a short hop really consistently. But I can also hold it in for a full hop. But yeah, so you want to make sure you're able to do this consistently whenever and wherever you feel like it, and you can differentiate between the 2 hops. Okay, so editing Peyton here. I made a mistake. I made a horrible, terrible mistake. I forgot to make a very important distinction. I'm so sorry. There's a difference between a buffered short hop aerial and an unbuffered short hop aerial. Those are 2 different ways to do similar things, but not the same things, I guess. So a buffered aerial, you hit attack and jump at the same time. I have attack set to some weird binds, but this is what most of you guys are working with. And then unbuffered is where you just hit jump within the first 3 frames and generally follow with an attack. And you got to practice both of them, because while this is easier and comes out faster, it's not as versatile as being able to hit the nair whenever you want. So you can come in with like Mario's weak nair, for example, like this, and then follow up with whatever Mario's do. So buffered aerial like that, unbuffered aerial like that. So yeah, now back to whatever I was saying before. So next on our list is going to be the fast fall. So fast fall, when you're jumping on either full or short hop, you can flick down on the left stick at the height of the jump to go right back down. So like that. And it's a lot faster, and it's really useful in a lot of different situations. So just make sure you know how to do that consistently and stuff like that. I'm gonna link in the description like a guide on how to practice that and exercises you can do with that, as well as some other things on this list. So just keeping that out there. So next we have instant turnaround. So normally when you're dashing, and you try and turn around real fast like that, it does this instant, it does this turnaround animation. So if you want to get rid of that so you can go to the other direction faster, you just let go of your left stick and then go from there. You let go and you go. It's pretty simple, but it allows you to do that in combination with a couple of other things. Allows you to do like dash dancing, which really confuses your enemy and is really good for a ton of different situations. But yeah, just try and practice this if you haven't already. And then next up is going to be your foxtrot. So a foxtrot is kind of like a run, except you only use this like initial dash here. So you see that giant plume of smoke before you go and run. You just repeat that over and over again. So like that, or yeah. like that. And the reason why this is useful is because on some characters, like for example Falco, Falco's foxtrot is actually faster than him running. So you can imagine why a lot of characters need to practice this. Although other characters like Lucina and Marth have these really long foxtrots that aren't really as useful, but it can still be useful in certain situations. So next we have jump backwards. Mario does this handy little backflip animation that will help you differentiate, but other characters animations are really subtle when you jump backwards. So basically you want to jump and hit your left stick at the exact same time. The reason why this is useful is because generally doing something like this and then tilting it back, that has a lot less momentum than just jumping straight backwards like this, you know. You get a lot farther there as opposed to just trying to drift back like that. Takes a lot less time too. It's useful in a lot of different situations. Next up we have RAR, otherwise known as reverse aerial rush. Now to do reverse aerial rush, you basically want to hit your left stick forward to get into a dash, and then you want to hit it backwards as you jump, like this, and then you want to hit the stick back in the original direction you were headed. So altogether, something like that. You can try practicing it at lower speeds if you need to, but this is an incredibly useful tech that you can use to throw out a back air in front of you. But yeah, very, very, very useful. You need to make sure that you get really consistent in doing this, as well as a couple of other techs that you can use to do the same thing, like for example that, though you don't need to get into it right now at this moment. You just need one way to do it. With RAR you can do it out of a full hop or a short hop, so it's useful that way too. And then lastly for today, we're gonna do the instant dash attack. So normally you have to be in like a dash or run animation in order to do normally you have to be running in order to do a dash attack, but with this tech you don't have to. It works with either smash stick or tilt stick set on your right stick, and basically you just want to hit your left stick and your right stick at just about the same time. Maybe hit your right stick like a few frames after, like a frame or two afterwards. I'm not exactly sure on the exact frame data, but what I do know is that if you hit them at basically the same time, you'll hit like an instant dash attack. And you can see I'm misinputting my tilt sometimes, and that's because I need to work on this a little bit as well. But yeah, so that's about all the stuff I'm going to be covering. The video I'm linking in the description also has a couple of other things, though it might be a bit more advanced or a bit too much to handle for some of you guys. So just take it in moderation, you know? And let me know what you want to see next as well. So yeah, see ya.